Alrighty, we are live, I think, and we're going to be talking about meme coins, and you can shill your meme coins. And from there, we will have a look at them, see if they're any good. One moment. Alrighty. So I haven't got everything worked out perfectly in terms of seeing all the chat live, but I'll have a look. I'll pull open some things. And what the goal of this is to put kind of last week's videos all into one section, and we can go through anything that has potential, and I can kind of look at what I think would run based on what the current meta is, and also to try and protect you out there, but more so just to have a look at some things that you think are worthwhile. So let me just go ahead and retweet this out. And we'll go from there. And then I will be watching on YouTube as well. So I'll go and pull open a tab because I don't have the pest system right now. But I will say, while I'm just doing everything here, it's been a difficult day, to be perfectly honest, because there was a runner this morning that was launched by Believe, but there's just so much stuff just coming from Believe that's just properly rubbish. It's just rubbish central. And I think Bonk is going to be a clear winner in the short term, but at the same time, make sure I'm on. Yep. At the same time, it's important to keep in mind that Pump.Funds, $700 million is what they've earned. They're not going to try and let that go, but they are still very, very extractive. But they are still the dominant force, and they will probably continue to be the dominant force. So we need to see between like what's going to be the one that's going to work the best, right? Let me just check on YouTube as well. And then I want to hear people's viewpoints on tokens. Okay, so I'm just going to have a look at some comments here. Aloha. Now, I mean, the comments are like, sorry, the thing I'm after is like meme coins on Solana, because Solana has like the vast majority of meme coin opportunity. There's no other blockchain that's really got that potential. You go to gmgn.ai or Axiom or any of them that support multiple blockchains, and the volume you get on this is so much more that nothing else is worth considering. So BNB chain, like, we have to ignore it right now, at least at this kind of at this period. I'm also looking more at new tokens. I know, like, Kovish, you're asking about Vine. So like a token like this that did kind of okay, but like it was launched by the creator of Vine, and it's kind of relevant. It's annoying when the charts go like this, but the issue is there's already so much down. Like if you enter a token like this, there's a whole lot of downside. Like, yeah, it could pump up here again, but that's not even a 2x. And is it worth that risk? I don't think it's worth that risk. So keep shilling tokens. I'm more looking at like what is new, what is clever. Let's have a look on X as well and see if there's anybody here. Book of Do Your Own Research. Let's have a look at this one. We'll go through them all. I think the thing that's going to make, obviously, the ultimate thing that makes something go good is more people buying it than selling it, and then more KOLs talking about it. The ultimate kind of KOL is the bonk guy. So if he responds to something and likes something, continues to like something, it works out quite well. But you need far more than that. Like, for example, Raul Paul has one meme coin, Smoking Chicken Fish, the Church of Smoking Chicken Fish, yet he doesn't have that kind of oomph. Murad Memedov these days is like absolutely killing it with his style, and we'll go over that. And that will work. Like, people will probably start buying SPX 6900 as a insurance play in case he manages to pull off his wild dreams. So this guy's the ultimate boss you want to get on your side. Book of Do Your Own Research. First, do your own research token on chain. Like, it's not, I'm not seeing it as funny or memeable. I want something funny. We'll have a quick look at the website here. Airdrop. Don't know if airdrops are a good way to distribute things. They haven't worked so far, with the exception of bear market airdrops or early stage airdrops in the bull cycle, but now not so much. Okay, I'm gonna vote no on this one. We'll have a look at shortly at some other ones. Prees. Okay, Prees. Prees is a funny one. And these may we may be needing some ones that are a little bit more lower market cap and a bit more funny, because Prees has been losing for quite some time, and like, it was funny, like, you know, JD Vance, Prees. I mean, it's funny, but then when this happens, you know, the likelihood of that this kind of picks up is not very high, especially when you've got all these runners happening. These runners are doing very well in terms of like, what's your best runner is that's happened recently. I think probably Peanut, obviously Fartcoin. Fartcoin's going to be hard to beat. Like, that's probably a 5xer or 10xer from here to the end of cycle potentially. Whereas this has a whole lot more risk. And let's have a look and see what they're doing on their Twitter. Okay, so my medium-term outlook on Prees, I don't know if they're like gaining more and more attention. Like, if we kind of look at the, I mean, right now the chart's not very fun for like anyone, but like, it's the trend is breaking down basically when a lot of meme coins are getting a whole lot more attention. I guess you could say like slightly it's picking up. So you could probably DLMM this, and you could do it in a specific range. And if you did it with Hawkfire, then you could have like a stop loss. But like, is this a buy and a hold? Wouldn't be for me. I wouldn't even buy it right now. I already have some Prees in some other random wallet, but I think this has too much risk. I mean, I will go and take a risk, but like, I'm more looking at something like, if it bounces up, are we kind of laughing? And yeah, I mean, it was pretty relevant a couple of days ago. So we could probably see that kind of repetition start to form. That could work well. But these socials are this is hard to take people mainstream. I mean, this one's clever. That's clever. But yeah, I think too many people outside of crypto will be like, who the hell is this? It's too niche. That's my kind of thought there. Let's before I'm looking at YouTube, let's have a quick look on Twitter if there's any other things coming. What I'm really after, let's have a look. Okay, we've got a few more recommendations here. Let's have a look at this one. Buy, sell meme coin. No, I mean, Shabazz Ditter. I'm gonna look at one more from you. No, like, this is not clever. Well, I mean, like, what is this? This is not a meme coin. This is like an incubator. Like, you don't need incubators. People, they're just like degenerate gambling things. I'll have a look at this one. Don't crow with knife. This seems like a bit of a dog with hat kind of knockoff. If you copy pasta stuff, it doesn't do well. Like, copy pasta or NFTs happened in the previous cycle. They always failed. Strange that they have so many followers, yet few of my followers are kind of watching them. Let's have a look though at the chart of this. Chronos. Okay, and what they've gone and deployed to multiple blockchains. This is you gotta marry one blockchain. Market cap of 186K, and then if we go to base chain, they're all on different blockchains. Market cap 17.4 million. Well, it's doing okay over here, so you may want to go play over here, but it's also in a major downward trend. And I don't think you want to go deploy onto multiple blockchains. So I'll get rid of that one. And then the other one is Petunia. Petunia, the Mudeng of Bonk. Okay, so I mean this is new, and it's in an uptrend. This is not the time to buy. Obviously, that was the time to buy, but this setting, like having it come down and setting a DLM to come on down. Okay, well, it's jumping up right now, so go for it. I'm assuming this is the one though, because the issue is there's probably going to be quite a few Petunias. Need to work out what the backstory on this is. Well, there you are. We'll have a look at the 1 minute chart so you can see what's happening in the last minute. It's bouncing up. I mean, 20%, I guess. And let's have a look at this Petunia, a viral internet pig. Okay. I mean, there's 1,000 members in this. There's 1,000 members in this. So yeah, I'll go and buy a bit of Petunia. I think this would be a better thing to, because the volume's so high. I'm going to buy it, but I'm going to buy it via DLLM. Damn, I've locked my wallet. One moment. So this one here, there's volume, so there's fees to be made. So nothing really is like, I think the best way to partay is to partay by taking some degenerate bets if you want to, but for the most part, you want to jump in. I've got a tiny bit of soul on this one, but we'll just go with it. You want to jump into the deal into Meteor and earn some fees, be in profit, and then hold your moon bag if you think it's quite clever. I don't have anything, I think, to withdraw. So we'll go and grab this one. I think this is much better to go and get on the pullback. Obviously, like it's been running up quite nicely, and it does have like it is kind of at its top. So you could expect it to come, we could have a look at the fib, but like you could even expect it to come all the way back down here, which is literally losing 50%. And that's kind of sizable, right? To come on down from here, like 55-ish%. But that's where your support is, because this went up in just 3 minutes, 1 minute candle. Oh, sorry, 3 hours. 3 hours and it came up. So it's risky buying it right now, to be honest. But it's kind of clever. It'd just be better to jump into the DLMM life. Let's go and copy this. Try and get through things as fast as I can. Petunia, so we need to come down quite a distance. So I just want to, I don't have a whole lot of soul here, but I can get some more if required. Like, the other good thing to keep in mind is if this breaks this 50%, then we're kind of messed up. And the other thing is, I'm just doing this because I think it's kind of clever. But ideally, for profitability, you would probably go with a bid ask, and you'd want to buy a little bit. And when you're approaching kind of minus 50%, you'd buy a whole lot more. And then you don't want to let these just, you know, go away and you like never see them again. Don't think I can find it like that. Oh yeah, I can. So download the Deck Screener app on your phone and set something, a reminder. At the same time, like it's bounced up a little bit here. So I'll jump into here into Axiom. I'm just kind of learning Axiom. And I'll go and buy, like I'm literally buying the top here, but I said I would. So do 0.5 Sol and buy. You can do a limit order at a lower price if you are keen on that as well. But that was a good call. That was a good call. Is clever. But the other thing is, yeah, there's a community here, but you would have to look at, and it's cute and it's funny, but you would have to look at and see how much it's taking over in real life. And like, because we're relying so heavily on this. And what if the creator's like, well, what if it's kind of like Peanut, where they're like, I'm getting nothing out of this, and you're just using my video. And I don't like that for like proper longevity. It doesn't. I don't think it will work perfectly well. All right. What other questions? What other ones we're having a look at? Has huge potential pump ass. Well, I mean, it's got a huge number of people, I mean, copying it, but none of these look like they're winners, to be honest. They all have low market caps, so that's an unfortunate no. We were all late to Unicorn. You can't catch everything, right? So this is 10 million. We have to see where this was. This launched via Believe. Unicorn 1B. GTM meets. Okay. Believe, or was it done? Where was it launched from? Total holders, total posts, growth rate. Have a look at this community. 185. I mean, a unicorn company is worth $1 billion. I guess that's what it is all about. 185 members. And like, you could definitely put your fib here, and you could check for like what is the right place to buy, especially if you get a good amount of volume. It bounced off this, fantastic. So if it comes down and bounces off here and it gives confirmation, yeah, you could buy. But buying right now, it's too premature. So it was premature to go with the Petulia pig as well, but I just did it anyway. Let's just have a look, see what else I'm missing. All right, let's have a look. All right, let's go through these ones nice and fast. Okay, so is it Axiom my preference opposed to Meteora? No, Meteora is like different to Axiom. I think GMGN is still what I'm liking, but Axiom's well used to try and get things in quickly. Magic, wrong one, hasn't bonded. Okay, I don't know which one it is yet. If it hasn't bonded, we can have a look at some things shortly. WIF will end up as the highest Solana meme coin. Probably not. Like it takes a lot more than just Ansem, and like Ansem's kind of a one-man band, and yeah, there is a big community behind it, but I don't think like it's obviously done pretty well recently. A significant recovery of like 70% or something, but I'm not sure. Okay, I'm gonna have a look at a few more of these here, and then I'm gonna have a look at Twitter and see what's going on with Twitter. And then I'm gonna talk through like what I think will be worthwhile. So we've got here, Katzen says glitch. I'm probably gonna need like a CA, or if at least like, you know, the market cap of the one you're looking at. So there's too many glitches here. And this is 35 days old. There's no burnt LP, so I don't know how it was launched, but like it's a red flag to me. So many snipers are in, so no, not that one. KGO, Kasongo, KGO, can't find a KGO. Some of these names are like, they just gotta be funny. Glimpse? No, like, I don't know, no. Wonder. We can have a look at this one. I'm assuming it's this one. It's got a lot of people that copied it. It came up high and then it crashed. And was this also launched from... Yeah, this is another belief thing. Belief things, they're going up and they're coming down. Like there's very few that are not like that. So these aren't meme coins. These are like distribution attention tokens. That it's not a meme coin, and I think more people will get wrecked than not, to be perfectly honest. As wonderful as these things are, like as a distribution medium and as it's working, it's finding product market fit, but people being wrecked and snipers just sniping the heck out of it. All right, SBR. Strategic, let's have a look for it. The Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. Well, we've got two here. So probably that one's on Ethereum. Okay, my bad. Sorry, SPR. Why get out of? Why am I over here? Was I on the wrong blockchain the entire time? No. Here we are. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. Renamed 5 times. 189 days. See, this is like, if you're half a year old and you've had your kind of heyday and then you've lost relevancy, it's so hard to come back up. So that's basically that. Couple more questions here, then I'll have a look at Twitter. What I think of SPX 6900. I think it's, if we look at the price, it's like 72 cents. It came on all the way down to like 25 cents. And the thing is, Murad Mamedov, it's gonna work out for him. Like, I'm not sure if you've seen his TikToks anywhere. Maybe he uploads them, maybe he doesn't. He does. Like, these get plenty of views and they do well. So I reckon he's going, and the thing is, the community just gets behind this because they're all like, yeah, SPX 6900. So but like, it's already got a sizable market cap and it's kind of lame and it's copying someone's name, but it's got like the most powerful memester behind it. Okay, I can't, or can I copy this? What is best? I reckon like GMGN is making less money than Axiom. So I think Axiom will make you more money. But the features of GMGM are nicer. That's what I see at present. I haven't played around with Axiom long enough to know though. Pumpass. This is not going to do well. Like, these kind of tokens, it hasn't graduated, which is fine. It's just been launched by someone that's launched a whole lot of rugs. I mean, like, I understand how it's kind of clever because it's like the pump logo, but drawn to a butt. But no, this like, there's snipers in, which is fine. That I don't think it's clever. Let's have a look at Twitter and see what people have pinged over there. I don't see. I don't know if my chat's loading. Fat Mama. I've got one thing there. Fat Mama is funny. Fat Mama. I would love to see something that was launched on Bonk. Okay, so these are all old and failed, but this one's new. It's got a good logo. It's still graduating. People still buying. Let's have a look. Fat Mama meme. What is their kind of, your mama's so fat, we almost had to create 2 tokens. Your mama's so fat, when she goes camping, the bears hide their food. Like, this is good. I mean, this is early stage. So this is like, if you get into a token like this, which I'm gonna go and buy some. But if you get into a token like this, it has high risk. And it has high risk, of course. Junior, DL, you want to DLM in that one. But it has high risk because it hasn't graduated yet, right? But at the same time, I mean, people have already gone and copied it, annoyingly. That is the nature of these scammy people. I'm going to go and buy like 2 Sol. Maybe I'll buy a little bit later as well. I'll see how it goes. It's like, I guess the thing that I like about this is, one, I think Bonk will be, the Bonk Launchpad will be a big winner. It's not copying anything. It's going on a meme, which is what we want to see. They've already created like art. Your mama's so fat she stepped on the scale and it's said to be continued. She jumped into a pool and caused a tsunami warning. These are clever. And that they're new and they're trying something. So I'll give them a follow. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, I like this. So we'll have a quick look at some other ones. Just keep in mind with this one here, don't go and buy anything just because I'm buying it. Some things are going to go to 0. But something like this, I think this ticks a lot more boxes because it's clever. It's not like copying pasta or something. And I'm going to go and have a look at the Bonk Launchpad in a second here. What I think will not do well is just continually just going with things like this. Bonkitis. The only reason why this would be up here, and people will be like, oh, well, it's almost graduated, or it's graduated, even though it collapsed again, is because people would have just pumped it up. They would have, like, one person would have gone in with 100 wallets, bundled it up and been like, yeah, we successfully launched, now let's extract on people. Whereas, like, same with this. What is this? Like, these are pointless things to go and, like, you should use Bonk's Launchpad if you want to create something. But don't go use Bonk. Don't go and steal someone's logo like this. Don't go and make one based on Tom, Bonk Capital Markets. Don't add the 3 exclamation marks. It's clever the first time it was done multiple weeks ago, and then it's irrelevant. And we can see, even with like Let's Bonk, right? It had its day in the sun. And it was a great day in the sun. And then its relevancy is just gone. It doesn't, like, you can't copy. If you want something to be like funny, it needs to be like relevant on TikTok, or it needs to be relevant by Elon Musk or Trump or something like that. Or it's going to be a short, bang and away it goes, like what we're seeing with Believe. But yeah, otherwise, Pied Piper. I mean, this is good because you can see like what's launching. Otherwise, if we go and have a look at Dupe Pro, we'll have a look at here in a second, but I'll have a look at any more questions that's kind of come this way. Do some DLMM trades, please. I'm not going to do any right now because I don't think there's anything super relevant. Petunia is probably the only one that I've entered just to buy some as it goes down, hoping the price comes up. And then I'm in profit. I can close the position, and I've got my opportunity as a moon bag, or I can sell it if I want to. So if we come have a look at Dupe Pro, and this is good because we can see all the marketplaces all in one place. We have got nothing like super clever. This is like, maybe there was a couple things kind of clever. This is the one that did really, really well earlier today from Believe, Pipe IQ. And you can see like the number of people that are there watching it. I don't know what this is, but if it doesn't break down too much, then it might be worth getting into. But back here, FTBC for the bonk community. It's not like, this is kind of clever, but then they've just kind of copy pasted this. Top 10 hold, that's fine, it's brand new. But for the bonk community, bonk only needs one token. And we can I've gone off on topic, but I'm okay with that. There was another token that was created, which is token 2022 standard, which was like also had like bonk in its name or something like that. I can't remember what it was called. I think I've got some of this in this wallet somewhere. Bonk earn. This is I lost so much money on this. Burn. This is an oldie. And this is what happens when, like, even if you've got something clever, a clever idea, and they have like burn, bonk, and all sorts of stuff. Like they never did pass like a $20 million market cap or anything like that. They still have the original people buying more. And it's deemed a blue chip. And I don't know why it's not burnt, but it's a different style. And it just like nothing continues to go well. Then you've got like the houses and your mum. Your mum was one that like Ansem kind of bought, and other people bought it. It's failing as well because like, you know, it's hard for this to come up. It's not really funny. What else we got? Retarded bonk. People don't like there are some people that are like, yeah, retarded. But there are a lot of people that don't like it as well. Like the retardios are like, they were kind of famous because, you know, some of them were printing money like Mitch and stuff. But in general, not worth doing that. Hooli, don't know what that is. Pack bonk. There's Solana, no, Glitzy coin, Chili Corgi house. These are so horrendous. The only one that I've seen that's decent is Petunia, but it's taking someone's IP and it has a sense of it could fail. Or Fat Mama. Fat Mama's clever. I'm gonna get some more Fat Mama. Let's have a look at Moonshot. Moonshot is from Deck Screener, so it's got a massive audience, but it doesn't do well as tokens that launch and like stay well. Gucci, no, like I feel like you got to look at something and go, that looks funny. Like, and even if you've been practicing mid curving things, and you're like, okay, I'm still like mid curving things. If you spend enough time looking at these things, you will start to go, that's funny. You know, that could be funny. Like vagina launchpad. Initially, it's like, but would it do well? No. It migrated, fantastic. Most of the snipers are out. If you're gonna like kind of jump into this, you may want to like jump in, buy, and let it pump if you think it's gonna pump, right? If there's a little bit of volume, there is a little bit of volume, although the volume is decreasing. And then right here we can see unrealized profit and loss. I've got nothing. Why doesn't it show my profit? Where's my profit? Maybe this is where Axiom has been. I'm pretty sure I'm in profit, right? Slightly in profit. I clearly didn't buy at the bottom enough. Okay, cool. You come here, it's pumped up a little bit. You take some profits. And if you wanted to, you could go and like this wouldn't have longevity either. But I reckon you could have a brief amount of fun. Oh, come on, just let me click there. 1 second. Okay, I'm just going to go right from here. Cool, came off this. And if it respects the fib for a little bit, you can have some fun with vagina. Great name. And here, like, I've made a little bit of profit. Nothing crazy. And then you could hold your moon bag as well. It should show me my profit, but for some reason it's not. And why isn't it selling my other? I'm confused. All right. Okay, so that's vagina. It's completed. Rubbish. This will be a scammy. This will be completely just, yeah, obviously scam. Just trying to capture out, like why are there so many people jumping into this? Yeah, I mean, they could be responsible for a few wallets, but who's jumping into this? Like maybe they go and bought it with like 1,000 wallets to try and make it look organic. But this went up in one bonk capital markets, one candle, and then it's just like clockwork. It's the exact same bots just buying and selling, and yet there's more silly traders getting in. The only way that you'd work out with this one, by the way, is if you time it. So you're like, all right, cool. Sometimes these go up for a little bit of time, but you know, you could think that 2 million would be resistance in this case. You can say, all right, a minute, keeps on going higher, higher, higher. You're like, all right, this is going fine. But here it's already struggling. And it's like, is it worth the risk? The best way to do it is with like GMGN and stuff to get your transaction through. But then you've got like some slippage. Slippage is high. Then you've got 1% fee plus the LP fee. The LP fee could be 5%. Sometimes you're like, yeah, I'm in profit. But you've just spent 7% in slippage and fees in order to get transaction through. And then you have to sell it the other side. So you're losing like 14%. And I don't think this is going to do terribly well because it's a scammy token and it has no originality. All right, let's have a look. What other people are asking? All right. Glywith, like maybe a Welsh name. Glitch. So, okay, you're telling me I have to look at Glitch, and Glitch has not graduated yet. Is that right? Okay, and sorry, yeah, I need to check my time.fun messages. I'll do that. I'll do that after this. All right, Sol. What's Glitch's market cap, or at the very least, what is its contract address? Jellyfish coin. Okay, jellyfish. Oh god. Wait, which one? This one? I'm gonna need to know which one. George Santos says, let's Pingu. So I'm not sure if it's like Pingu or Let's Pingu. Let's Pingu, Camino, and Bonk. Camino is like, I think Camino will have its day, but like the token is not getting the attention now. I think when they get the DAO formed and learn the lessons from Jupiter and other DAOs, it could start to do well. But Camino as like a DeFi platform is legitimately like my favorite because it's simple. Just borrow, lend, multiply, safe. But yeah, I like Pingu. I just think, you know, I'm not a VC in any way, but like you speak to people that are smarter than you become smarter. And VCs, typically they invest in the idea, but they invest in the founder. And like Luca is just like a nice chip on the shoulder. Like he needs to prove himself. And so, yeah, I reckon with their distribution in the peak of a bull mania, yeah, I think this would be pretty damn high. And Bonk, of course, everyone loves Bonk. It's just like you get your Bonk and you want to hold it for a little bit of time and sell in the future. It's not something you make short-term gains on. Jelly FC. Oh, there's so many Jelly FCs, like, and none of them have high market caps. So why are there like 15 million jelly FCs. I'm going to have to say no. Fry? Like what? Fried an AI and like an AI token? It's going to be a no because it's not a meme coin, and the AI meta, I don't think it like Bonk winner. It's not a meme coin. This is just a token, right? And these AI tokens, they don't terribly do well. It migrated at this crazy wick, or at least here, and it's just been down since. I can't say. Frog is obviously a cool token, and it's art based, which I guess is kind of like the other one we saw. What was the other one we saw? Your mama's so fat. So a bit of frog, sure. Especially if it's had its dominance, and like could it get up there again? Probably not, but possibly. But right now, like in the recent time, this is its peak and this is its bottom. So you would definitely want to DLMM this. And to the person earlier that said, go and do it, I don't actually have much. I put all my funds into Axiom for my tutorial. But like, you can watch where it bounces off, and you can watch the live stream videos I did that are now recorded on where to enter, but it doesn't have a massive amount of volume. Like even in 1 hour, 1 hour is okay actually. 24 hours, that's pretty good. You won't earn a massive amount of fees, but if you pick the volume, if you pick the levels, you'll get your map points, you'll get some yield, and then you can leave some frog as just run away with. One big mistake that I made like last year when I'm talking about different things is it's very different from the previous cycle because people get smarter and smarter. And one important thing to keep in mind is like it's far easier to launch a token, it's far easier to bot, it's far easier to snipe, so you have to be better. And that's why there's very few things where it's just set and forget. If you buy Bonk when it's maximum fair, you could probably set it and then forget it. Frog doesn't have that same reputation. Whiff doesn't even have that same reputation. Fartcoin's probably going to do pretty damn well because it's organically funny. Hot air rises. And I faded it at like $20 million market cap because I smooth-brained it. All right, let's have a look and see if I'm missing anything here. Having a look there. I'm looking at some things in the chat. Your mama's so fat she couldn't watch the stream behind her belly. People keep on asking about SPR and Sol. Nah. When Discord, sir? I don't know. And your mama's so fat she stood in 2 queues at once. I mean, it's clever. I like it. It's clever. I dig it. Have to see what the market thinks. All right, what are the things people are asking? This one's coming up again by Joel. KGO. KGO, like Kasongo. What on earth is this? KGO Kasongo. Kasongo. Please, I hope it's not this one. It made 1.1 a warthog. Does it look okay? So not that one. It's really hard to have this animal meta if it's a glimpse, like if it's a very brief thing, like that a Malaysian elephant calf died. It didn't sadly, it didn't do very well. Like it went up and then it just irrelevant. And I stayed in it based on like some friends saying, yeah, this could do well, lifting a peanut, which was a good idea. But I thought to myself, no, like Elon Musk has to get involved with something to be kind of funny or like relevant in CT, or someone big has to be relevant. Okay, there's so many Kasongos, and none of them have a high market cap. No one knows even know how to pronounce Kasongo, or where Kasongo is from, or if it's Akuma Matata vibes. So no, it's a clear. You can, if you believe in it, great. I don't believe in it. Porsche. Okay, this could be funny. I do like the poise sound. Porsche. Okay, they've gone straight with like copying the badge, so no, it's a failure. if you like kind of you do a parody, like they've drawn like a poor man's Porsche or something, and it's Porsche, or there's like JD Vance in art sitting in an old Porsche, maybe funny, but all these, no, none of these are going to do, like, I don't think they're going to do well. This one is 424 days old. So it has had some relevancy at one stage. 7,000 holders, did have a sizable market cap, but now now nothing. Okay, so I don't know. I don't dig it. Nobody looks good. Can you check levels? Oh, okay. So this is a pretty interesting token because they have like this. Well, yeah. Fuck. Excuse me. Excuse my French. You don't want to jump in now, right? Because you're in all-time highs. Like it's relevant. It's been spoken about by Cadence. It was irrelevant, and now it's relevant. And like if it's doing massive volume, and it's not. If it was doing massive volume, you could do a DLMM position of some upside and some sold downside, and you could get those fees to offset any impermanent loss potentially if it's doing massive volume. But this has done its thing. So what you're probably better off doing is like getting out your fib and working out, like the volume's too low for me to be like happy. But if it comes on back, and some people will typically in my team will ignore this level. It's too risky. And we are okay with this level, but we like this level, and this level. If it breaks this, we exit a trade. Unless we're like, so buying down here and then having the fees going on the way up and then holding your moon bag, or just buying down here, taking out of DLM position and putting it high, that could work. The other thing is you could do this as a limit order with Meteor as well, just by knowing exactly where to put your pool. So right now, if you think like, will it go higher than this? Probably not, because the volume's so low, right? It is at its all-time highs, sorry. But it's coming down, and the volume, like on the 1 minute, 5 minutes low. In an ideal world, you're sitting at $100,000 a minute, but even 50,000 could be nice. Drill for oil. I don't know what that is. All right, I'm gonna have a quick look at Twitter. Not everything's coming through on the Twitter. But this is fun. Look, at the very least, there's going to be some opportunities out there, and you're going to be wrecked more often than you make it, unless we're encouraging cool shit to happen, which is why I think there weren't many that came our way. I want to have a look at your mama again. Fat mama. Your mama's so fat. Which one is it? What is it called? Your fat mama. Its market cap is kind of, number of holders is low, so no one's aping into this yet. Says it's rugging. Dev. I need to learn how this is, if this is the case. I want, like, how many devs, how many people have deployed this? I just don't understand this. There's no real volume here, so it hasn't got the attention of a number of people. But I like this one. Petunia, we've already seen. It came at a particular time. And like is like 7 million or so when we started the stream, and it's kind of doing well. So this here, like this made very little fees because I didn't put much SOL, and it was kind of in a bit of an uptrend anyway. But it's a good example of how you can capture that fees if they come down lower. Otherwise, in my wallet here, I I need to work out how to use this, to be perfectly honest. Like what spot, Fat Mama. My P&L is like $10. Okay, it's not that great. Cool. I think we're gonna end the stream now because it's longer than I was expecting. And I think the important thing is, like, it's obvious there's not a huge amount of talent there, but like, just keep in mind, go for something that's original. Don't copy pasta. Bonk Launchpad's probably good. Like, I think your best bet at present. Don't like stay in too long with Believe tokens. Like, unless nothing's financial advice, but unless you think, wow, this could do amazing, because it is up, down, and very few recover. They are not equity plays. They're just awareness campaigns. They're just, that's all they are. And it's strange because the Web3 people aren't going to go and use the product, most likely. But you never know what can happen. This Petunia one looks pretty cool because it's already graduated. There's 4,000 holders. But the other ones, if it's too high, think about entering a DLMM position and pulling it as it comes on down. And then it's just dip now. Right now, I'm looking at the chart. Excuse me. And look for things that are like start to build socials. Like this is Fat Mama right now. I saw this one. Maybe I got tagged in some ones that I missed. Definitely like this one. Sui, we're only talking about Solana, but this was their what is it doing? Okay, we need to look at Lo-Fi. Over 7 days. Climbing up. Cool. Like this looks like a popular Sui meme, but I don't want to speak about Sui memes. Popcat like is already massive. Keyboard cat base. No. Ski CTO. Ski. I think these are base ones, to be honest. And I think Solana still has a whole lot of potential. But there's going to be potential in other chains as well. That's it. Don't really know what else to say other than the trenches. You need to learn the trenches, but you don't want to spend all your time in trenches because most people will lose money even if they've got a bit of a game plan. Meteor is a good offset to that risk. You still could lose money, but if you're using Meteor and you've got different levels in mind, then you should come out ahead more often than not, in my opinion. And holding your moon bags forever, you're welcome to do it, but a moon bag is not all of your money. You put in a sol, it doubles, you take out your initials, or it goes up 25%, you take out, you start selling, and then you have a moon bag, and you can take out some really crazy levels. And if you like it again in the future, you can always buy. Alrighty. Thanks very much for watching. Catch you in the next video. Cheers.
Whoa.